But earlier today, she didn't know that she was walking into a fight.
No, she's dead.
I know that's crazy.
How does it make you feel?
This makes me feel like I'm going to hell.
Number 4.
Where's she at? She's walking by the park. Hold the phone down.
The fight between Antonetta Stevens, Ashley Bocanegra, and Janine Gonzalez involves Janine's brother Daniel. Antonetta is engaged to Daniel, but he's cheating on her with Ashley. And hours later...
So I guess the girl went to the hospital and she died.
She died.
She's dead. So, but we know that there was like an altercation that happened
And
beforehand.
that was mutual, and she came here. I wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
In the interrogation room, Janine isn't taking things seriously.
Let me start to where it leaded.
Okay.
My brother, him being a man, cheat. So once he told me, I was just like, ooh, I just tell her. The next day after that, we went to the store.
And they spotted Daniel and Ashley together.
But I guess she was coming to see him because he was getting kicked out. Now that's all the messages.
And that's why the fight happened, or so Janine claims. She frames herself as a bystander, but walks right into the officer's trap.
And it was just fighting.
Who was fighting?
The girl and whatever.
Everybody?
No.
Girl, you ain't get on this?
No. Like, yeah.
Of course you did. I know you did.
I didn't go crazy though.
But why did Ashley really show up?
Did you guys text her? No, I mean from his phone.
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because you messed up your story a little bit.
The detectives then tell her they know Antonetta lured Ashley to the house using Daniel's phone.
But earlier today, she didn't know that she was walking into a fight.
Yeah.
No, she's dead.
I know that's crazy.
How does it make you feel?
This makes me feel like I'm going to hell.
The other charge is murder.
Murder?
Yep. You need charged with murder.
Janine stopped smiling in court, where she and Antonetta were convicted of voluntary manslaughter. Each received a 20-year sentence. Number 3. Jackie Vandegrift met a man at a bar and left with him. The next day, after a fire was put out, Jackie's body was found inside a kiddie pool. Her date, Charles Bryant, had a protective order against him for stalking his ex, but it didn't stop him.
The warrant that we got is for stalking.
Charles is arrested for violating the restraining order, and after multiple search warrants, detectives found plenty of evidence against him.
And I keep hearing you say you don't know what's going on. You don't remember. You don't this. You don't that. Come on, man. We have video of you with this girl. You're at the bar. Her cell phone goes to your house. You're walking around Walmart at 4 o'clock in the morning buying a shovel.
And it gets worse.
She's found dead in a pool that came from your backyard. Okay? You can't tell me you don't remember. Come on, man.
The murder weapon was also found at his house, but Charles claims he was too intoxicated to remember.
This is not a blackout story. And the fact that you can't look me in the eyes,
I don't remember, man. I don't.
it's down in there.
Time for a second interview.
But your roommates got you out there at 4 a.m. digging a hole. Basically where that swimming pool was.
Then the officer makes an intentional mistake to prove Charles remembers.
You said you're putting in a kiki pond. You remember that conversation with him? Koi pond.
He also ties the murder back to the ex he was just stalking.
So you've got some serious issues with Caitlin going on then. I mean, that's pretty cold of her.
Charles was found guilty of murder, among other charges. He received life without parole. Number 2.
I have a roommate, she's 36 years old, and she didn't come home last night.
Casey Joy is calling about his missing roommate, Maribel Ramos.
We had a great time together. We had a cruise together. I got to clubs, dancing, we party, big time.
But what he omits is that he wanted to be more than Maribel's friend. When she told him he's too old for her, Casey spent more than $10,000 on surgery to appear younger. And when he stopped paying rent, things went south.
Now, weren't the police out to your house recently because you guys had an argument? Yeah, it was the Friday night argument.
Maribel told him to move out and called 911.
Because he sounded like he was crying because I was afraid.
And she started asking me, I don't like you, I'm not attracted to you. She started screaming at you. I said, Maribel, we had a great time tonight. What's the problem?
They argued again the night she disappeared.
Well, how bad did the argument get? Nothing bad. I won't talk. I mean, she talked to Paul and put Paul on a speakerphone, so it went around.
Casey says the last time he saw her was around 9 p.m.
That's when you went for a drive. Yeah. When I came back in, she was not there.
The breakthrough came weeks later from Casey, who frequented a library where he used public computers. Detectives watched him do damning searches in real time.
It looks like he's typing in missing persons there.
He then zoomed in on a specific remote location. When officers went there, they found Maribel's body.
I think that you have the answers in your heart. That you do, and you should share.
Casey was arrested on the spot. He was later convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years to life. Number 1. It was a normal day at a spa until something exploded. 2 customers were injured, and the owner, Ildiko Kranyak, passed away. The customers described Ildiko picking up a package.
At this point, our working theory is that this explosion was caused by a device.
But who'd want Ildiko dead? During her marriage, Ildiko had many affairs, one of whom was with Stephen Beal, who voluntarily went to the police.
When we first started dating, she gave me her sign-on credentials for her United account. That is just as at one point, just for seemingly no reason, she changed her password and wouldn't tell me what the new password was.
He thought he was the only one, aside from her husband, but there were many more.
She admitted that she was going up to Sacramento to see another man. Why, and why are you trying to hide it?
The interrogation then shifts to his expertise when it comes to explosives, which he turned out to be very familiar with.
A friend of mine and I, we would build model rockets. And I started this years ago when my kids were little, and it got to be almost an obsession.
Detectives then asked the obvious question.
Would someone with your type of experience be able to convert that into something on a bigger scale?
He says he has no idea how it could reach that extent.
I don't know anybody that has the motive.
Yeah. What about the means?
I don't know what's in my garage. I don't know what chemicals they found. So I suppose I could probably fall into that category if the chemicals are right.
Detectives found 130 pounds of explosive-making materials at his house. Before the explosion, Stephen was seen buying a box that was identical to the package at the crime scene. Eventually, he was found guilty and sentenced to life.